It's a start. That's a start to get into the vagus nerve. All right, deeper work. Inhale, arms reach, nice and slow and long. Exhale, lower arms, turn head. Just a few of these. This is also stimulating for the vagus nerve because we're adding a head turn. And it starts to open up the lymphatic system and the armpits and the neck. One more each side. Knees are bent for the next one. Warming up the lower back. Inhale, arms overhead, same arms. Exhale, knees to chest. Start with your head down to start. Tap your toes down. Keep your lower back glued. Exhale, lightly flex your feet on the way up. Tap your toes on the way down. Keep your lower back glued. Lightly flex on the way up. That's it, nice and easy. The more you keep the lower back glued, the deeper this work will feel, which is nice. You don't have to add the head work in, the upper body lift in, unless you want to. Lifting up, if you want to add that in. Lower back is glued. Gluing the lower back will just intensify the feeling of stabilization through your core. And I love that mainly because a lot of you complain about neck and shoulder tension when you lift your head. So that way you get pretty deep work without having to add that piece in. Good. If you're ready for more, one leg reaches, arms overhead. Exhale, two knees to chest. Second side. Stay with the first one if that's better. Hi, Patty. We just got going into deeper core. And I know some of you are ready for the deepest. Both legs reach. Keep your lower back glued down. The more you keep the lower back glued down and then the lower you bring your legs, the more you're really challenging your core. If it hurts your back, then keep the legs more lifted, so more of a diagonal reach, not so low to the mat, or go back to one leg at a time. One leg at a time is a little easier to control. Home stretch. 8. Nice, Molly. Really good. Good, Penny. Super strong. That's it, Stephanie. Super strong, Laura. Good, Noreen. I think about 2 more each side. Maybe just 2 more if you're doing the double legs. Good. Lower your feet. All right, hands down. Draw your shoulder blades underneath you. Move your chin away from your chest. Lift and spread your 10 toes. Take a couple breaths, really feeling the stretch across the ball of your foot and your arch. Lower your toes. Inhale, lift hips. Exhale, lower hips. Inhale, lift hips. Exhale, lower hips. Just easy bridges. Lift hips. Lower hips. lift hips. Now just a little bit more attention on the back of your shoulders rooting into the mat. Again, if you feel like you're pressing so hard down that your neck muscles really start to talk to you, do it a little bit less. But if you can get the sensation of your chest broadening and your collarbones broadening in the direction of your outer shoulders, it'll help you get a little more work in the upper spine. Hold bridge pose. Press your left foot down. Take your right ankle on top. Hold eye of the needle bridge pose. Lift your left heel up and down, up and down. Skip this part if it's too much. Skip it if it's too much. So we're doing bridges, eye of the needle first, then we're going to hold eye of the needle. We're going to turn on the hamstring of the left thigh. 2, good, Stevie Ann. I know it might make you crampy. Pause, lift your hips a little higher, glue your shoulders down. Put your right foot down. Take your left leg across. Hold eye of the needle bridge or add calf lift. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything down. Keep eye of the needle. Exhale, draw in, take the stretch. Good, Sid. It's crazy, but this is how my brain works. I'm warming you up for the warm-up. I'm warming you up for the warm-up. Okay, take about 3 more breaths here. Well, let me say it this way. You're either going to continue to hold eye of the needle. If you love this pose and you get a lot of outer hip stretch on the left side, maybe stay in it even longer today. Otherwise, another pose you could take that's a little different. Right foot down, right knee to the right, hold your left foot, half happy baby, half Baddha Konasana. So this stretch, you might still feel in your outer left hip, but you're getting a little bit, you might be getting a little bit more inner thigh. Good, Marcia. Good, Shoshana. They both work similarly. Good, Julie. Come back through center. Cross right ankle on top of left. Come back to eye of the needle pose. Good, my friends. Left foot down, left knee open, right leg in half happy baby, unless you're going to keep holding eye of the needle. So the thought behind all the warm-ups are we're still building strength, but in a way that's not asking the body to go into full crazy mode right off the bat. So if you just did the warm-up, you'd be getting a lot of strength and flexibility, but not any way that's so aggressive that you might get hurt. So that when we come into, and I don't want to use the word aggressive, but things that require a little bit more of us, our body's kind of ready to do it. So if you have a bolster, put the bolster underneath your lower back. It's just going to be a little softer. If you don't, then use one of your blocks between your lower back, underneath your lower back rather. Okay. If you happen to have a bolster, use the bolster. Now the second block, and you may wind up losing the second block, like it's not an easy thing to do this part. So if it's like, oh God, I don't want to do this, it's Wednesday and it's hot, lose the block between your feet. But if you can do the block between your feet, it's just going to make it more challenging. Okay, so I've got the block between my feet, my knees are bent. My knees are turning out. Ooh, it's already obnoxious. All right, inhale, lift up to the sky. You don't go fast or you'll lose that block. Exhale, bend your knees, take your block towards the floor. Come up, lift up towards the sky.
Good, Lori. Bend your knees. Take the block towards the floor. Lift up. You could also put a pillow between your feet. It's the holding on to something that makes it really challenging for the core. Ooh. Good, Julie. Good, Paula. Nice work, everybody. That's it, Stephanie. Nice control, Lori. David, only go as low as feels good if you're feeling anything in your hip low back that's too much. Eight. 7, so it's pelvic floor, inner thighs, hips, and low back stabilization in a deep core exercise. I think it's 4 now. 3, 2, good, 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 good. 1. All right. Take the block out between your legs or between your feet. Let's keep the block underneath the hips. I think that might make this more bearable. Bring your heels together, knees out. So you're starting in uh, almost like a Supta Baddha Konasana, but your legs are up. Let's build it. Let's build it. Exhale, just legs straight out and in. Now, those of you who want a deeper core experience, like this not intense enough for you, take the block out from underneath your back because you'll be able to go a little lower through the legs probably. So this block is going to make it slightly easier. If you don't want it to be slightly easier, try it without the block. Squeeze out. This is the same move I taught you on the belly on Monday that for me has been life-changing for my lower back. It's easier to do it here, and it's less butt work in this position. It's more core work. Now, go out, wide legs, flex your feet, bring your heels together. Push, point toes, reach out, come in, and push. Reach out. So the little bit of work for the foot here, push. Push. Three, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Let your legs fall out into a straddle. Hold here. Deep breaths. Good, Sid. That's it. Just get a nice juicy straddle stretch here. Good, Noreen. Hold. Do as little as you can. Keep letting your upper inner thighs relax. Deep breaths. In fact, you could go back to the vagus toning nerve breath. Inhale, expand your lower belly. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2. Exhale out of your mouth. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do one more round of breath. Slow breath. Bring everything together. Last stretch here. Right knee to chest, left leg long. And on the block, this becomes a deeper stretch. Roll your right ankle out. On the floor, it becomes not as deep. Roll your right ankle out. You got it. Go the other way. Right leg to the sky. Flex your foot. Slow your breath down. Whether you're using vagus toning breath or just a slower, deeper, more thoughtful breath. Left leg is turning slightly in. Left foot is anchoring down, or heel, I should say. Great. Change legs. Left knee to chest, right leg long. Roll your ankle out. Go the other way. Good. Hold. Reach your left leg to the sky. Flex your foot. Slow your breath down. Good. One more breath. Come off of the block. Easy twist to your left as a transition. Easy twist to your right. Okay, we're going to do one thing seated, then I promise, I promise, I promise. You'll be like, oh, I wish we were back at the warm up. Right leg in front of left leg. Easy cross seat. You can sit up on a blanket. That's why one of the reasons I love you to get a Mexican blanket is unlike the bolster, it doesn't lift you up so high, but it lifts you up enough. So if your hips are tight, it's hard to sit on the ground. It just gives you a little mobility through the pelvic girdle without too much of a lift. Okay, so right leg in front, stretch over to the left. And then I just want you to make a big circle over to the right, up and over. That's it. Like just a nice pinwheely kind of situation. So the movement for your spine and your hips, opening everything up. Really good. That's it. Nice, Frank. I'm going to do 2 more circling. Don't worry if you went the wrong way. It doesn't really matter. And where we're going to end is outside of the right knee, arms reaching out, ideally elbows dropping down. You could put your arms on blocks if you need more assistance. Drop your head towards your nose. And don't worry about your left hip lifting up a little bit. It probably will. Just trust that as you breathe and you let go, that hip is going to start to relax towards the mat. We're going to be here for a full minute to give the connective tissue a second to respond to the hold. Deep breaths in and out. If you know that you get anxious when you hold a pose for a while, you feel antsy, come back to some idea of breath meditation, counting the breath in, feeling your low belly expand as you breathe in. Imagine that you're breathing into your hips even. Pause, exhale out of your mouth. That should slow your system down enough to hold the pose. Slowly coming up and out, change the cross of your legs. So while often these seated postures are thought, stretch up and over to the right, to be, easy because you're sitting on the floor, these are the most challenging poses as we age because of hip mobility, because of the knees, because of all of this. And being stuck on the earth doesn't give us as much play as when we're up or we're lying down. So I never think of these poses as like, oh, the easy poses to start in, up and over. And then big circles around. Big circles. Great. And adding things like upper body mobility while we're sitting in the pose means you're actually in the pose a little longer than you might be able to be in when we're just in stillness. We're letting our body know that it's okay to come here. One more round of movement. Good. And then we land outside of the left knee, dropping in, slowing down for about 60 seconds. Do not worry about your right hip. Just keep breathing deeply, imagining that you could breathe all the way to your outer hips and lower back area. Feel the expansion of your breath in the soft tissues. And so this is variation of square pose, variation of Sukhasana, or easy cross-legged seat. Being on the diagonal like this gives us an opportunity to get a little bit more into the quadratus lumborum area of the low back, which sometimes can get sticky and tight. Let your neck, shoulders, head get heavier and more relaxed. Two more breaths. And then slowly coming up and around, hands and knees. If you want soft movement, do cat-cow. If you want a full opening of your back, knees, and hips, and a more restful movement, come into child's pose. And if you're ready for a little more work, tuck your toes under, come into a down